we are so excited to be part of the community, and being part of the community is bringing community partners into our space and really communicating what's going on outside our studio. We're in the community. And that's a leader educationally in the community that we really want to highlight today. That's Durham Tech, and we're so happy to have in the studio. I mean, we're a sports talk show, but we got a former sport icon rocking with us.
Yes.
From UNC Chapel Hill, and now she's in the educational field. Let's welcome to the sports shop, man, big time. Paris Kea, how you doing?
Thank you. Pleasure.
So we're gonna talk about sports. Then we'll get into the real reason why you're here. Though. You played for the Tar Heels, and Silver Hatcher, I think, was the coach. Yeah.
Yes.
How was that experience?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Being in Blue Heaven is just like, I don't know.
Ooh, Blue Heaven. That's right.
Yo, you talking about language
Finally,
now?
somebody that understands.
Okay, being on the hill is nothing like it. It's a dream.
That's
right. It was amazing.
So when you finished there, you got drafted in the WNBA. Talk about that experience, if you will.
Yeah, the experience was amazing. Got to travel the world. I also played overseas as well.
Okay.
Played with Indiana Fever and New York Liberty. Finished my career as a starter. So I don't know. I can't complain. It was a great experience, but I decided to do something different. So yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a good life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
Before we go into what we really have you here for, what's one of your most memorable moments as a professional basketball player?
Most memorable moments. Probably the first time I was a starter. Yeah. I mean, you think about, as a player, and you're a rookie coming in, you're on the bench, and you're thinking, oh, I can't wait to be a starter. But you don't realize the responsibility, the amount of pressure that's on you. And so having to, experience that, oh, man, that was amazing.
I can imagine. Awesome. That's good stuff.
Oh, man. Again, Durham Tech is one of our leaders in our community, particularly education options for a lot of people in the community. And we have Paris Kea, who's a success coach.
Yes.
What does that mean? Explain that.
Wow. I wear many different hats, right?
Okay.
I say a success coach is what I tell the students, our adult learners, right? I'm the middleman between life and academics. And so if there's things that come up that could interfere with you being successful at Durham Tech, come and talk to me. If it's financial needs, you have food insecurities. Do you have a food pantry on campus?
Oh, man.
A lot of different resources are available for our students that they may not know about. And so if there's something that's interfering with you being successful, come talk to me.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking to Paris Kea, who is with Durham Tech, where they're doing great things. And you've done a lot of great things in your career, starting out after professionally, then you became a coach. Right, and now you're, and that's with Wake Forest, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So then you transition that into being a success coach. So how are they related? Because you had to coach up the players, which basically that's what you're doing with students at Durham Tech. So kind of tell us how that corresponds together.
Yeah, ultimately, as a player, we want to be heard. We want somebody to listen to us, and so being a coach, or being on the opposite side of that. I try to create a safe space for the players to come and talk to me. Talk to me about things that are, happening to them, off the court, right? About family, if they're far away from home, academics as well, if they're struggling in the classroom, time management. And so being able to use those skills that I've learned from being a coach, and taking it, over into education, to working with our adult learners here at Durham Tech, listening to them, really just dialing in and listening, because, each student needs different things.
That's right.
And, I'm not going to offer food or the food pantry to you if that's not what you need, right? I have to listen and see what do you need. And ultimately, it just comes down to really listening. They want to be heard.
Yeah, so that's a good segue or caveat into the next question to talk about what types of programs that you guys have in place to help the students be successful.
Yeah, so there's other success coaches. We have health and wellness. There's trying to think of BEST, so business, engineering, and skill trades. I specifically work with business and entrepreneurship. So there's a lot of things going on at Durham Tech, a lot of different pathways for students to get involved, and whether they want to work in business admin, culinary arts, massage therapy, you name it, really. We have it all.
That's awesome.
Oh, man, we are rocking with a success coach, Paris Kea of Durham Tech, where great things are happening over there, and so excited to talk to her. So what experience did you have at Carolina that you somewhat transferred over to coaching at Wayfarers and allow you to be ready to be a success coach at Durham Tech?
Yeah, great question. I mean, I felt like I was a big part of, I guess, getting UNC back to the NCAA tournament.
There you go.
And, I took on a big leadership role. I was captain my senior year. My senior year was absolutely amazing. I say my favorite experience was when we beat Notre Dame when they were number 1, and then I think it was NC State in the same week, and they were the last undefeated team.
Oh,
and
wow.
So, dishing out 2 L's there and in the span of a week to 2 really great teams and great programs was absolutely the best part. But being in that leadership role, like I said, it hits on that listening piece. You have to listen to your teammates, see what our needs are.
Right.
And that's pretty much what I try to do.
Oh, wow, that's awesome, though. I do remember those games too, by the way.
I was like, yeah, they were great.
You kind of brought them back to my memory. So
back when I had the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like, she looks familiar, something a little different.
Again, I remember.
We're talking to Paris Kea with Durham Tech, where they are doing great things and still staying on that Carolina basketball. When do you still watching the game, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up.
Okay. So from 2019 to now, there's a big difference, I think, in the players and things like that. So what's different now when you see the current, last few years UNC team?
Yeah, that's tough. I think that's a tough question. I think the biggest thing that UNC may have dealt with are injuries.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's such a huge difference in the skill set. UNC always recruits the best.
That's right.
And so there's no drought there. But injuries, I know when I was playing, 2 of my teammates, Stephanie Watson, Destiny Walker, they trying to keep them healthy. That week, that span that they were healthy, we beat some of the best teams, right? Notre Dame and NC State, we beat them. So I think it's just injuries. We gotta stay healthy. We gotta stay healthy.
Wow, man. I guess put your coaching hat on now. I get it. I get it why you was a coach at Wayfarers prior to becoming a success coach at Durham Tech. So what are some of the challenges that you have as a success coach over there?
I think the biggest thing is trying not to you want to help, right? You want to. Personally, I want to help. I want to help any way that I can,
right.
And having to create those boundaries, like clock out if school's over at 5, saying not checking those emails after 5, right? But there you have to, students are going to need help after 5, right? And so you have to be able to find that balance, set those boundaries, and understand that you want to help, you want to be there for them, but also understand, when you need to take care of yourself. So I think that was probably one of my biggest challenges stepping into this role.
Okay.
Great question.
That's great. Dr. Davis, who was here yesterday, one of the things that he talked about that he kind of reinforces with the employees is self-care.
Yep.
So
he did say that.
He did.
Yep.
That's right.
What is your self-care regimen? I would ask you that.
Yeah.
My self-care, I work with a lot of massage therapy students, so they're always like, "P,
that's a good one right there." I ain't mad at
right?
that.
So they, being around it, and I don't know, they just make me want to go get a massage all the time. We do have clinics. You guys are more than welcome to sign up as well. But I think just starting there, just like taking time to take care of myself, whether it means getting a massage. I'm really close to my family, so going to visit family. They, live in Greensboro, so it's not too far. Just spending time with P, really.
That's awesome. Man. Yeah, he talked about the importance of that.
Yeah, we're talking to Paris. Wow, Paris Kea, who was a success coach at Durham Tech. So you said you like the interim between the beginning and getting to school, like the middle person, right? Mm-hmm. And I can imagine that's important to get people to get to the other side. So talk about that. Some of the things that you mean, the food insecurity situation. There are other things, stuff at home I can imagine. Mm-hmm. But you as a success coach, they identified as important to keep people motivated and to get people into the system. Talk about that a little bit. If you will.
Yeah, so we work with a lot of adult learners. Yeah. They have families, they have kids, husband, wife. Yeah. And, if a student comes and say, hey, I need help with rent, I have 3 kids, I need help paying the rent or paying my energy bill, can you assist, right? They're going to turn my lights off. What am I supposed to do? I have kids at home. That's the type of stuff that I kind of deal with. And that's that part of me that wants to help, right? Let me get out my Wiley. No, but that's that boundary piece, right? You want to help, and yes. It's tough to see things like that. But that's what a success coach is there for. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm there to help figure out, what do we need? What plan can we, come up with to help them pay for that rent, pay for that utility bill? If your car breaks down, how are you going to get to school? Right? We want them to be successful at Durham Tech. We want them to graduate, whether a certificate, a degree, or they want to transfer into a 4-year college.
Wow, good stuff. So whether if I'm an adult learner or I'm straight out of high school, what are some of the programs that Durham Tech offers?
Yeah, so there's if you want to go into a 4-year college, you can do the transfer process. So you'll be there for 2 years, get your associates, and then your transfer. A lot of our students transfer into Central. We do have partnership with UNC, Chapel Hill. So if they want to be a Tar Heel.
Be a Tar Heel,
Be a Tar Heel.
Be a Tar Heel. There's so many different pathways. A lot of students do continuing education, and that is where they'll come and get a certificate. They can take their board exam. So example, we talk about massage therapy.
Sure.
So, they'll come to Durham Tech, they'll take courses, and then when they finish, they'll take their board exam, and then they're certified, and they can get a job. Go right into the workforce.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Well, it's March Madness right now. We're going big time basketball. March Madness, and we're talking to a person that's participated in March Madness here. So, which is good. We're talking to success coach Paris Kea, who former Tar Heel, now is doing big things at Durham Tech. Where great things are happening over there. And you ever thought about getting back on the court? Are you still playing?
Am I still playing?
Still get some run in.
Oh, I play a little bit.
You probably can take Reese. I mean, you probably can take him.
You know what? While you playing, she probably can. Now, you almost said something real stupid. Like, no, she can't. No, she probably can get me.
I keep a basketball and some shoes in the car. I'm ready.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
No, you ready for me? Because I'm not coming out there. But talk about overall your experience at Durham Tech.
I love it.
And the school itself, yes.
I absolutely love it. My coworkers are amazing. Dr. Davis, who you guys met, absolutely amazing. His emphasis on self-care. Who wouldn't want to work for someone, that values that?
That's right.
My goal is to be a sports psychologist, so I'm getting my master's now from Central.
Good for you.
My counseling degree, I feel like this role kind of sets me up, right? You're there, like I talked about that listening piece, and you're listening to our students all the time. So these are the skill sets that'll just roll on over.
Well, I have another question for
please.
You. Every coach needs a coach. So as you talk about your career path and what's coming next, do you have a coach, a success coach?
Do I have a success coach?
Yeah, someone that's
maybe not a name, but that person that you can lean into.
I have a community of success coaches.
See, that's what you need right there. That's good
I have
feedback.
My family. I got Dr. Davis. Yeah. I have all the success coaches that I work with. My coworkers. We lean on each other. If I have a question, I say, "Hey, I'm having a student that's struggling with time management. What should I do?" We come together.
That's awesome.
We talk about it. I have too many success coaches.
When success coaches become bosses. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty good question, Pamela.
They say every coach needs a coach, you know.
Yeah.
And
You
you're
gotta be willing to
pouring so
learn.
much out, you know, that's part of that self-care. Somebody's got to help pour back into you.
Yes, ma'am.
I think, again, we're talking to Paris Kea, who's a success coach at Durham Tech. I think that has to be rewarding when you talk to a student, whether it's adult learner or a fairly young person, and see them kind of go through the process and achieve their goals. Talk about how rewarding that could be. And yeah.
Most definitely. I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, a lot of students come in and they're already successful, right? Mm-hmm. They come in, they already have their business already started.
Sure.
And so we're just there to help promote them. We're there to help encourage them, to help them reach their goals. Yeah, I mean, it's very rewarding seeing them when they graduate. Now, I've only experienced one graduation.
Okay, but
I haven't been there too long.
Okay, but that's
right?
enough, right? Don't take one.
Take one.
Yes.
So I haven't been with the group yet and actually followed them through their process to graduation yet, because I'm still new to the position. But I have been to one graduation, and it's been amazing. They're going to continue to do great things. They came in doing great things. They're going to continue. So
that's great. That's good stuff. So before we go, if you had to tell us, somebody's listening and they're on the fence, should I go to Durham Tech and why?
Yeah.
Give us the Durham Tech elevator pitch.
Yes. Come to Durham Tech. I mean, you're going to be surrounded by a great support system. You're going to be surrounded by people who want to see you be the best, do the best, and who are going to promote you in whatever career path you go down. I'll be there, so you can always count on me. Go. Even if you don't decide to the career or the pathway of business and entrepreneurship, I'll still be there. And that's just kind of the community that we've created at Durham Tech. It's absolutely amazing. You want to be a part of it.
Awesome.